Clement Townsend, we saw that Fancy Pants Lance Stephenson was faced with a very tough task of guarding one LeBron James and two Kevin Love in Game 2. It didn't go well. After the game, Paul George was asked if Stephenson's poor body language is contagious to the rest of the team. Take a listen.
He's got to learn to control himself. He's got to learn to just be in the moment. Lance is in our locker room is looked upon as a leader, one of our leaders. So his body language has to improve just for the team. We all know it. Lance is an emotional guy, and a lot of it is just his heart and his competitiveness that emotion comes out on. But he's just got to channel that and put it towards making effort plays on the court and doing whatever he needs for us to succeed.
You surprised to hear PG-13 say that about Lance, so that the rest of the world and us here at 120 Sports knows that, yeah, look, the body language isn't great and it doesn't help us. We need him, and we're going to put this message out to the media. We need Lance to be a leader.
I am, because I think that's something that Paul George could address man-to-man. I think he could do that one-on-one. We know how much Lance Stephenson has meant to this team emotionally. When I think about the Toronto game where he hit the layup, and then obviously Toronto wasn't happy.
Got bent out of shape.
Yeah, everybody got bent out of shape, but I mean, he had the swag going in that game, pumping up the crowd, had the tongue wagging, that sort of thing. When he is playing very well, he can provide a huge emotional boost. He can give this team a big lift. Consequently, what we saw in this game, when things aren't going well, it seems like he can drag the team down. It seems like he could be a weight on this team. But once again, I don't know if that's something that you need to say, out in the open, so to speak.
Keep it in-house.
Even if you are asked about it, I think you could say, hey, that's just something that we're going to address within the team behind closed doors. We'll talk to Lance about it. But Lance is one of our guys, and we need him to play well. But Paul George has been kind of real frank lately. He's been speaking his mind as it goes back to like C.J. Miles in Game 1.
I need the ball.
I have to have that shot.
Give me the ball.
Even though I passed up, I need to have that shot. So I question a little bit in terms of Paul George.
Because he's the ultimate leader. Even though they view Lance as a leader, it's got to be PG-13 as the ultimate leader.
Could this be that Paul George knows that his time might be coming to an end in Indy, and he's thinking, you know what, I might as well leave it all out there, say how I feel.
What have I got to lose?
Because when I become a free agent, I'm giving them the deuces anyway, so you can love me or hate me, I'm going to say however I feel. I mean, could that be what we're seeing now?
Could be.
Because he's been awfully frank out there.
Yeah, like I'm going to speak my mind now because I'm not going to be in Indy much longer. This series might not go on much longer if this continues. They are down 2-0. We are always on demand. Big one.